Two cruise ships with major problems, including one with a fire on board and guests sent to their muster stations. Oh my goodness, craziness. A lot going on, lots to talk about. Let's get to it. Welcome, I'm Sean Wendt. I'm your host here at the Went There Cruising channel. Interesting stories today, including the one of the ships with a major problem being the Norwegian Star. It left on Saturday out of Manhattan on the first night of a 14-night voyage through the North Atlantic and up to Iceland, but didn't make it very far. It lost all power and had to be brought back to Pier 88 via tugboats, which took several hours. Ultimately, repairs were made on the ship, and overnight, Saturday night into Sunday, the ship was able to depart. Now, apparently, this is not going to cause any problems with their 14-night itinerary. They're able to make up that time, but that's pretty concerning. How would you feel about this? I mean, you're barely a couple hours into the cruise and you're brought back to the pier via tugboats. Would that give you any confidence to head out on the open sea overnight now on that same ship? And the Norwegian Star, it's not a new ship. It launched in 2001 initially, but it has had a string of power issues over the years, many times. So this is not the first issue with that ship. Do you consider the age of a ship when you book a cruise? Is there an age that's too old? Do stories like this make you maybe want to turn away from a certain cruise ship? I mean, what are your thoughts on this? That one might give me pause. I get it that every ship has issues, but if a ship comes up repeatedly, that one might make me a little more concerned about booking that one. Interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Second story today comes out of Juneau, Alaska. Lots of cities around the world looking to make more money off of cruising, right? A lot of tourism money to be made there. And a lot of places also are concerned about, capacity with cruise ship guests. But Juneau's looking to make some money there, and apparently they've proposed a sales tax increase. So currently, Juneau has a 5% sales tax there year-round. But the proposal is to go to a 7.5% sales tax during the cruise season, and then in the off-season revert to a 3.5% sales tax. I think the thinking there is that the overwhelming burden of that additional tax would be paid by tourists and not locals. So I guess that's the idea. They get the break in the off season, and again, more expensive, right? That's going to make food and dining there more expensive. It's going to make excursions there more expensive. Any shopping that you do there, any knickknacks or souvenirs that you pick up in Juneau would all cost more. Would this be a deterrent to you? I mean, we're only talking a couple percent, so maybe not a huge amount of money, but obviously for the city of Juneau, it would add up pretty significantly. Is this an issue? Not an issue? What are your thoughts? The other cruise ship with major problems was the Island Princess. So actually this morning, this happened this morning, as in Tuesday morning, the ship sailed yesterday out of Manhattan as well, but over early in the morning, around 4 a.m., it's reported, there was a fire on board and they activated the general alarm. Guests were instructed to report to their muster stations. That would be extremely alarming to me. I've checked in at every muster station, every cruise ship I've ever been in. Never occurred to me that I would actually wind up having to go to one. That would be highly unnerving. But they were told to go to their muster stations. Apparently it took about an hour to put out this fire, and then the all clear was given and people were allowed to return back to their normal cruise activity. The fire, turns out, it was actually on deck 12 in the galley, which is the Lido deck on the Island Princess. So probably not something that is going to impact the operability of the ship, but it may impact operability of some of the dining options there on the Lido deck. So we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, certainly for cruises, a fire on board is one of the most bad circumstances that can possibly occur. Not good news at sea. And the final story today is from the newest cruise line, or one of the newest cruise lines, Margaritaville at Sea. It was previously announced that they were going to buy the Costa Fortuna cruise ship, but today they've announced the name for the new ship. So the sale is going to occur in September of 2026. And at that point, the ship's going to undergo a dry dock and get rebranded to the Margaritaville at Sea brand. But it is now going to be called the Margaritaville at Sea Beachcomber. So this will be the third ship in their fleet. It will be the largest of their ships. This one holds over 3,400 people. And it's actually the third one they've actually purchased from Costa Cruise Line. So growing fleet there at Margaritaville at Sea, the Margaritaville at Sea Beachcomber. Do you have desire to go on this ship? What are your thoughts on Margaritaville at Sea? It's kind of a less expensive cruise brand, but gaining some traction. Right? People seem to enjoy it. The first two ships sail out of Florida, and there's no word yet on where this new Beachcomber will be sailing from, possibly Florida, potentially Galveston, who knows? We haven't announced that yet. But are you excited for this? Is this something you're looking forward to? I have not tried Margaritaville at Sea yet. I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan, but I have not yet been on one of their ships. So maybe add that to the list of things to do. Your thoughts? All right, that's the news roundup for today. Thank you for your time. If you found the video useful, informative, then please like the video. If you like cruise content, please subscribe. We'd like to be your source for cruise content. Just today, we released a video for newbies, first-time tips for new cruise passengers, things to consider when you're planning. Check that video out as well. Until we see you next time, we wish you smooth sailing. Take care.